Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I believe you're fine and well kept of the Lord. Sasa, the Gen Z generation has just shown us a lot of pepe, if I can use that word, pepe. I think we are that generation that is in the middle. We are not very old and we are not young. So we are the parents of this fiery current generation. And this generation cannot fail to become the way it is because we, as their parents, the things we have gone through. Although in the beginning we started with a kind of like a soft life, the era of Nyayo, when we had milk, we had food in school. And then that was the time that education was now being popularized. Children had to go to school and people had to start taking their children. There was hope for children going to school that time because people had started taking their children to school. So after us, we really suffered because it was a transition kutoka ile enzi ya wale watu ambao they never knew about education. Education was not a priority. In fact, some parents even that time were even still giving out their children in early marriages, circumcision, a lot of FGM, a lot of things were going on that were not so pleasant. So at least us, by God's grace, our parents were able to take us to school, majority of us, this age. The age which is right now in between, I think we are in between 35 and 50. That gap, that generation. It's the generation that is right now kina mama Gen Z na kina baba Gen Z. Ndio hao sasa. Now, this generation, we really don't like our past. Our past is not so good because our parents really travailed. They really struggled to take us to school. We are the generation that went to school without shoes. Some people went to school without breakfast. Some even went to school with matangari, torn uniforms. Some went to school with civilian clothes because there were no uniforms. And we suffered. Some of us may remember, some people could not even afford school fees. It was just a hectic era. So when we grew up and God gave us the ability that we survived, we are alive, God gave us families, we got children. Now we never wanted our children waguzwe na what we went through, because us literally we went through hell. There were no buses to take us to school. Pengine punda. And you will go to school, then come back, go fetch water, go do firewood. You'll find the way you left your mom's house, you might come back and find it like that. In fact, you'll have to touch the ashes to confirm whether they have eaten something, because probably they have not eaten anything. Maybe they were expecting that you come back so that the small githeri without beans will be served for you. So it was a pathetic era. So us, when we were like, no, our children, they will not become like us. And we became a very aggressive generation. So our generation came up very strongly. We are against poverty. We are against anything that is taking us. And we went head on looking for money, business. And actually, I think that is why this word hustler was driven from. Because we became hustlers in pursuit of better life for our families and our children. And we really fought. And we took our children to the best schools there is. We empowered them. In fact, we took the girl child from nothing to up there. We made her a star overnight. And we championed it like our lives depended on it. Fast forward, some few 27 years later, now what we had been sharpening, what we have put all our strength and all our power in, is now maturing. Imeiva. Now, even us, those who sharpened, those who schooled, because we took our children, most of our children went to groups of schools. private schools, boarding schools. There was nothing like ati mtoto ateseka wapi. We had no that time. We worked hard, we hustled, we made sure that what we never got from our parents, we gave it to them. So now we are receiving the fruits. Sometimes I look at our children and I'm like, okay, well done, because we did it. The Gen Z parents, we did it. This is what we wanted. What we could not do a revolution about it, because we were brought up with a lot of fear. A lot of fear was instilled in our lives in the name of respect. You cannot do this, you cannot. And we became so timid, so quiet. We could not talk back. We could not, in fact, we had no questions. And up to right now, we are still suffering that disease because we rarely question things. And we go through a lot of shit and a lot of hell because nobody can say kumeendaje and why. But these are our children right now. Why, when, where, and how? You have to answer. And what they want right now, you must give. And their requirement is their requirement because we showed them that it is possible. If you could take a child to a private school worth maybe 100 or 50, let us not go very far, even 20,000, even 5,000, there is a private, and this child becomes aware of who is. Remember, we have been training them who they are. We have empowered them that be proud of yourself, you are who you are, you are powerful, you are strong. And then to expect ati malenge itoke wapi? When we have invested, tumejimwaga, tumejitapika. In fact, congratulations to all Gen Z's parents because muna walk tu kama empty things cause mulijitoa. Hakuna kitu mumejibakisha. So when we see them causing a revolution, and this is a revolution, and I'm very sure it is not going to die. These children are going to go. Wanaenda wakiendanga. Another parent was telling me yesterday, oh, Kenyans forget. There are things that we don't forget. This one we cannot forget. That this is our own, what we have mentored, what we have educated, what we have empowered, what we have instilled is now bearing fruits. So can we just fasten our belts, our seat belts, and wait for more? Because I think there should be a part of this video because these children hawana ati they are smart and they are very fast, and when it comes to technology it is on their fingertips. Another thing that surprises me with these children, they are united. They are children of the same mother. My children are your children, and those children are, all children are our children. They don't know tribe. They don't know shago. These cultural things doesn't bother them. Oh, you are the... We are the Gen Zs. And we believe in ourselves. And we know what we want. And this is how it should be done. Can we just tujipige makofi na tuseme asante Yesu? Because up to that far, God has given us the grace to bring change. And I assure you, it is not going to die soon. Hawa wanaenda wakiendanga ni kama moto ya wakati wa ukame. When fire catches grass that is dry, you cannot stop it. Inaenda ikienda, nachoma kila kitu. These ones. Hey, congratulations. Congratulations for empowering a nation that will bring revolution and permanent change. Congratulations to us. God bless you. Amen. Kindly subscribe. Hey.